Hi, how you doing? I'm Rachel Evans. Good to meet you. This is a very quick video introduction because people have asked me if I can talk about myself a little bit. While I love talking as a typical Irish person, I'm actually quite uncomfortable talking about myself. So please bear with me as I go through this. So I started my career in the UK military. Unfortunately, my career and my relationship with the UK military ended after being identified as intersex. Those were those were the times. I went into programming, games programming for a while before moving into business. I went from business development and business programming into FX trading. I was offered the opportunity to become an FX trader, which I loved. I went from FX trading into banking operations. From operations, I went into program delivery, then program recovery, and eventually I found my lovely niche, which is rescuing projects, programs, and companies. So nowadays, I work as a business coach and mentor, and I support senior managers and leaders through difficult times. So I love it with a passion. It's a real pleasure to be able to help people solve their problems. Um, I worked for people like such as Morgan Stanley, HSBC, Bank of Ireland back home in Dublin, and most recently, Credit Suisse and UBS over in Switzerland, which I still consider to be our second home. Um, I'm married to my wife Jasmine. I'm also her carer because, unfortunately, rather unexpectedly, she had a brain aneurysm 5 years ago and she's been left with a few limitations. So I support her when I'm not at work. Out of work, I'm a national EDI volunteer for the Sea Cadets, and I love making music. I live with, like I said, I live with my wife, Jasmine, and we have a little 5 month old as I make this puppy called Trelly. That's kind of it, really. Look, my passion is trying to help people. I've had a wonderful career of learning opportunities. I love taking on the unusual. I was the first non Muslim, non Arabic speaker, for example, to achieve a research master's in Islamic finance. I worked in Islamic finance for quite a while. Something it was an opportunity that opened up to me as something that was going to be a challenge. I love a good challenge, and it actually ended up culminated in me completing a research masters, which was an amazing experience. Anyway, so if you've got any challenges, you've got any problems, if you just need some help, just drop me a message. I'd love to hear from you. I just want to thank you for your time. Hopefully, this hasn't been too rambling. I'm Rachel Evans. Pleasure to meet you. If you've got any questions at all, give me a shout. Otherwise, make sure you have a great day. You take care. Bye.